Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla TV, and welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new for fall 2011 Cortech Hydro GT Waterproof Full Sport Gauntlet. Now, if we look at this is a glove that's really going to shine, in my opinion, spring and fall when you get hit in a rainstorm. But other than that, you're looking at a sport-styled full gauntlet with a ton of protection, sub $150 price point. Honestly, there's a ton of bang for the buck here. There's a ton of protection, and I'm going to get to it in a second, but there are very few things that I could say that would be negative about this glove. Let's divert all the way back to fit. Fit is something that when you're buying online, people need to know. They want to understand how it's going to fit the hand. Two things that I want to call out here. The first one, it's an American size. I'm wearing a large. I'm typically a large in most gloves. I am an extra large in European gloves. I'm about a 9.5 in held. So for what I'm used to from a mental map of how things should fit my hand, this glove is comfortable, it fits in the right places, and I bought a large and I am a large. One other fit feature is a new upgrade that you're starting to see in Cortech gloves. It's called mcFit. In my opinion, I can say this because I'm not Cortech, but it's kind of standing on the shoulders of what Gore-Tex Extra Fit has done in different things. What it means is versus having a tab where things are stitched in the tip of each finger, it's actually bonded, and then what happens is you can't pull the liners out of this glove even though there are multiple liners, but you also don't feel it at the end of the fingers. Now, it's a main goatskin construction throughout this glove. Palm, back of the hand, main construction is goatskin. It's a little bit lighter weight than cowhide, but it offers better tactile response while still being abrasion resistant. Underneath the goatskin, you're going to have a HiPora rain liner. So it's waterproof, it's breathable, it's really a different version, it's a different flavor of Gore-Tex. If Gore-Tex invented that in technology, HiPora is going to be a similar technology under a different branded name. What it basically allows you to do is block all the elements from getting in, but allows your hand to sweat and have that perspiration evaporate out through the membrane so you don't get cold and clammy, you just stay great and comfortable. And on the inside of that, you have a nice, really kind of like a tri-fleece liner that's going to be comfortable against your hand. Talking about other features, working from the bottom, working our way to the top. Remember, we talked about goatskin moving up from a full cuff here. You're going to have TPRs both laterally and medially, so protecting your ulna and radius with additional areas for protection. I do have a top wrist adjustment strap. You're going to notice that for this HiPora membrane to allow breathability, you do need some venting, even if it's just venting to the membrane. So perforated goatskin, we do have a TPR aligned mesh panel here that's going to allow venting. And then as we move into the knuckle slider, which really this is a big waterproof version of the Vice 2.0, you're going to see a stainless steel slider nestled within a big thermoplastic hard part that sits on a floating layer that allows you to work the controls and allows this piece to move with your knuckles without bunching or pulling the back of your hand, so it minimizes fatigue. Again, it's a well thought out design feature. Mid-digitally, you have elasticated panels. On every finger, you're going to have, each finger knuckle is going to have a TPR, a thermoplastic rubber slider for added protection. And notice laterally down here, we're going to have our sliders really kind of rotated and reinforced on an extra piece of goatskin that's going to protect you in that low side crash scenario. As I start to rotate up, you're going to see an elasticated panel at the base of the thumb, a thumb slider here, another TPR, and then rotating over, we have external stitching with a slight precurved, reinforced fingertips. Notice it's a Pitard style leather. They're not calling it Pitards, but just the way that the tanning is done and the way the finish, you're going to have that reinforced on the control areas. And notice, whenever you see yellow stitching, it begs the question, is it Kevlar? It is Kevlar stitching and reinforcement that's double stitch around these palm areas. Nice part about this being a more aggressive street glove is you have a double layer of goatskin that starts on the base of the thumb, has some soft inserts behind it for vibration dampening, moves to this newly styled, you're seeing it in some other Cortech gloves, but it's this TPU slider which provides impact and abrasion resistance in the effect that you're going to get off. And notice, this was our gripe with the Vice glove. This glove, it hits the mark here that your seam and your leather panel extends all the way up to the little finger, and then it is even double wrapped with these sliders, so again, providing you great protection. The most common type of crash is the low side, and one of the first things that hits the ground full force and begins to slide is the outside or lateral part of your hand. Moving down, we have further ulna protection. We have kind of, I call it the button here. And notice that again, this wrist protector here, or this wrist adjuster, you're going to have a flap that is Kevlar stitching reinforced that comes down to protect that area. It's a double cuff closure. So it's a nice upgraded feature here to go over whatever type of jacket that you're wearing. I like the double cuff versus a single cuff. I find it's easier to fine tune it. But again, honestly, if I had to say any negative about this glove, I'd really be nitpicking. You know, could they, for an all-season glove or a glove that's going to give you great coverage in the rain, give you on the left hand or on the left thumb a visor wiper? Potentially, maybe we'll see it in 2012. But for sub $150 from a protection, elemental barrier, and comfort level, I really don't see a lot of downside if you're in the market for a glove that's gonna need to be protective and versatile for sport riding conditions. Available in black only, RevZilla.com/Cortech. Remember, use our videos to watch, decide, then ride. And if you still have questions, shoot us a line. See us at RevZilla.com, 877-792-9455. As always, it's over $39. We'll happily ship it for free. If you get the wrong size, send it back. We'll exchange it for free. If you just don't like it, you gotta send it back in brand new condition, but we'll give you 100% back to your card. No restock fees at RevZilla.com. And as always, it is over $100. So you're in TeamZilla cash to be applied to your next order as our way of saving you some money for continuing to shop with us. Thank you for watching our detailed review of the new for fall 2011 Cortech Hydro GT full gauntlet waterproof glove available at RevZilla.com/Cortech. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.